My village over here, yes. So I am a community manager, a landlord, if you will. And I must say, it is a crime to get paid for what I do. My company pays me to build relationships with people. However, my boss is here, and if she wants to give me a raise, I'm totally open for negotiation later. There's this joke that I have with my friends that I act like I'm the mayor of the communities that I manage. I'm out there each day shaking hands and kissing babies. I may take what I do a little too seriously. I meet people every day that are moving to Seattle from out of state, and it pains me to think that one day they may experience that dreaded Seattle freeze. Many of you know what I'm referring to, but for those of you who don't, let me enlighten you. The gist of it is, have a nice day somewhere else. Don't get me wrong, everyone here is very kind, but at the same time, everyone here is also very busy. Luxury apartment isn't going to pay for itself, you know. So I did a little research, and I found that only 20% of Americans can say they know their neighbors by name, and far fewer interact with them on a daily basis. Remember growing up when your best friend lived down the street? So as we're preparing for this talk, I was talking with one of my residents, and he gave me this amazing metaphor that I will now reference. Thank you, Aaron. I know you'll be watching this later. He compared people to books. And usually we only see what's on the cover. If we're lucky, we'll get to read what's inside. He asked me, why does building community matter? Like, why would it matter to other people? Most people have that what's in it for me attitude. And he's right, most people do have that attitude, what's in it for me. I've come to realize not everyone else is like me. They may just need a little help getting there. So why is it important? Because strong social interactions, they make people happier. It's science. We can't and shouldn't argue with science. We're not talking alternative facts here. This is real shit. So, you know, they say it takes a village to raise a child. How about it takes a village just to get through life? There's no reason that we should go at this alone. You need to find a strong support group around you to help you get through it. So, I met one of my best friends at a community barbecue that my daughter and I crashed. Had we not gone to that barbecue that day and just started talking to that lady sitting there by herself, I would have missed out on this. My daughter, who was all of 9 years old, built community that day. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want you to think it's all rainbows and unicorns for me every day. It's not. There are days where I build community so hard that all I want to do is just crawl into bed and not look anyone in the eye on the way home. That is where this guy comes in. My superhero fiance. We kind of inspire each other when it comes to this subject. When the day kicks my ass and I don't want to look anyone in the eye, he will grab the reins. When we moved into our apartment building, he decided to join the basketball league. They asked, and he said yes. He has made such a strong foundation of friendships with the other people in this league. He didn't start it, but he said yes when he was invited. I would like to introduce you to Mr. Brown. This is our puppy. You can follow him on Instagram later. Yes. So we know so many people in our neighborhood because of our dog. You know, he helps us build community. I mean, he does it for cookies, but that doesn't make it any less important. So I've recently discovered what book club is. Apparently, you don't even have to read a book to do book club. It's really just a covert way to drink wine together. I am so down for that. So whenever I get people together, I try to think of creative and engaging ways to make people happy. I do my best to link people up with someone that I think that they might get along with. And I kind of think of myself as the millionaire matchmaker, except for they're not millionaires, and I'm not trying to create a love connection. So maybe I'm just trying to connect people so that they can just do life together. Whenever I see a bromance blossom, it just warms my heart and brings me so much joy that, I was a part of that. I helped make that happen. I love creating a platform for something like that to happen. So, you're asking yourself, what can I do so that I can leave behind the shadows of an isolated life? Well, you can start by asking yourself, if you can't name at least one or two of your neighbors, I think it's time that you say hi. A simple smile. If you're invited to go somewhere, just say yes. I think it's more about being intentional to put ourselves in situations where we can do life together. So, That's how you can connect with me and do community with me. Thank you.